205 even. Stay on it. Kirkey with fabric.
221, so 16 pounds.
Sell them.
Almost 17 actually. 16.8 pounds.
What if you just gained weight?
There's no way.
It's with the fabric. Oh man, we're taking the fabric off. We're going straight aluminum.
It was fine just like that.
Double check.
I lost weight.
Oh shit. So the verdict is we'll go with 16 pounds. 16 and a half. These are the 18 and a half inch chairs though, so these are a little bit wider. Call them chairs. Seats.
220, so yeah,
16. About 16 pounds, and these are the 18 and a half, so they're a little wider.
You know what, if you grind this down.
Yeah, we could remove some of this back material. You don't need it. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, as you guys saw, we were weighing the Kirkeys. I'll show you them here just in a second. But, I'm not totally gutting the interior. I'm leaving the door panels. I'm leaving the carpet. I just got another box over there, which I'll show you here in just a second. That'll be going in the back, but I didn't want to totally gut the interior, but yes, I am taking out the front heated and cooled seats, which is such a cool thing to have, especially when you have this much horsepower. But I've decided that I don't drive the car that much. I typically take it just out for racing or to car shows, especially because it's on the 85. I don't have a second set of tires yet, so I figured, you know what, why not lose some weight in the car and go with full Kirkeys and take the back seat out also. You know, I've already lost a ton of weight by switching the wheels out. So if you're wondering what's the best way to lose weight, actually switch the wheels and tires out. That's probably the best bang for your buck because that's rotational mass. I've got smaller, lighter brakes on the rear, so that's also taking weight out. And so now the next thing really is, you know, I've done the exhaust, all that stuff saves weight as well. But the next thing really is the seats. And I'm kind of in a little dilemma here, and we'll go over that in just a second, but I want to show you exactly what I got so far, and I do have a few more parts I need to wait on to get in before I can actually switch the seats over. But the good thing is there's a lot of Hellcats out there, and if I ever want to switch back to these seats, I can always switch back to them. But man, do they look good. I'm going to miss these. So, but that is what the cool thing is about owning a Hellcat, and some people may hate it, but that is what's cool, is you have heated and cooled seats. You could potentially run 9s. There's a lot of people out there running 9s in good air with bolt-ons, tune, race gas, or E85, and full interior. And I could definitely do it with the full interior, but I kind of want to go to that next level with the car, especially since I don't drive it, and especially because eventually, like I said in my last video, in the next 6 to 8 months, I want to look for another car that I can daily drive. I'll keep the truck as well because I need it as a tow vehicle, but the plan is to actually get another vehicle in the next 6 to 8 months as a true daily driver. But yeah, let's show you what I got. So these are the Kirkey 55 series with the black tweed fabric. Now they are, we weighed them, it's about 16 pounds per seat with the fabric on. So save a couple pounds without the fabric, but trust me, you don't want to do that. It's pretty neat. The top just kind of slips over here, and then they just snap in all around the backside of the seat. But they are a full aluminum. These are 18 and a half. I could have gone smaller, but I figured I'd have the extra hip width just so it's a little more comfortable. But actually, they're not that bad if you're wondering. The bottoms are padded pretty good. The thing where you're missing the padding is here on the back. There's not much padding at all. There's a good bolster support here. But they are raised seats, so don't expect them to be too comfortable if you're wondering. But the best thing I would recommend is sit in them and see if you like them. And if you know someone, see if you can ride in them for, you know, 30, 40 minutes and kind of see what you think. Because that's when they're going to actually wear on you, is when you're out driving for like 30 or 40 minutes. You definitely don't want to be in these. But for driving to the track, driving to the, you know, driving to work once a week, something like that, they're actually not that bad. Now, I'm still waiting on the actual seat brackets from Planted, but I do have the Kirkey side aluminum brackets. The harnesses will be here on Monday, so I'll make a separate video showing you those. And then just waiting on one more part so we can get those in. Now this piece I'm really excited for. And this is the rear seat delete kit. So without further ado, let me open this so you guys can see this beauty. Okay, so this is the Dodge Challenger rear seat delete kit. Now, This is not the Demon one. This is just an SRT one. But it's literally the exact same thing. I guess the Demon one, there's a picture difference here. I think you can see there's something right here. Kevin was telling me, I don't know for sure, someone correct me, but there's something on the Demon one. I think there's like a symbol of the Demon logo, something like that, somewhere on there. But honestly, if you don't have a Demon, it's pointless to wait for the Demon one, because Kevin ordered his about 6 months ago and still doesn't have his. I ordered this and got it 2 days later. And I don't have a Demon, so I don't want no cheap-ass Demon logo on my car. Anyways, just kidding. But, so this is the Dodge SRT rear seat delete kit. Got it here in 2 days from a dealership. This is badass. This will be replacing my rear seat. And like I said, the cool thing about this is the car will not look gutted by having the rear seat out, and you still save a shit ton of weight. I want to say that someone weighed this, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say this was like 7 pounds, and the rear seat's like 35 pounds, something like that. So you are saving some weight. I'll put a text up here for the correct weight savings because I'll find it, but this will make it look not gutted, but also save weight and still look like a street car on the inside. All right, guys, so we got the rear seat already out. Pretty simple, just some nuts that are holding it down on the brackets. It's pretty easy, nothing to really explain there. I already had the seat belts out, so that was pretty easy, but it does take some time. You gotta take some Torx T50s to them. But here are the seats. They're already out and ready to go to their new owner, which will be revealed shortly. So now what we need to do is just take a couple brackets off in here, and then we can start assembling the new rear seat delete kit in there. Okay, so then you need to hold on to 2 of these brackets and actually put them back in. These screws are what go through the little latches that the seats are actually held to. But you can see I already got the top cover piece in. And then we need to put these back in for this bracket where the actual cover attaches to. So we're gonna do that real quick. All right, guys, so now it's kind of hard to see, but there is the rear seat delete kit installed. Pretty freaking easy. This is from Mopar, so it lines up really well. Really nice product, actually. It was $480 plus shipping, and it came in that big ass box, and it was 2 days shipping. That's the only option they had from the dealership I bought it from. So in total, I want to say it was like 600 bucks with shipping, which honestly isn't that bad. But what Kevin and I decided is that if you have like a pet or something, you know, this stuff is kind of like, it's just flimsy carpet really, that has a backing to it. But if you had a pet, you'd rather them be on this if you took off the net than the rear seat. So, and how many people actually use their rear seat in their Challenger, I don't know. I've honestly think I've used it once. But so if you don't even use your seat, you know, this is a good option to put in, and it looks clean too. So like I said, I'm not gutting anything out. I'm just trying to save weight where I can while it still looks decent, and I still think that looks really good. So as you can tell, I'm sweating my ass off again because, well, we still don't have an AC unit in here, but fuck it, right? Race car. So the Kirkeys, they're right there. Those will go in soon. I'm waiting for the brackets from Planted. I do have the rear seat delete kit now installed. Where the little dilemma that I'm in is that I bought 5-point harnesses, but here's the 2 options, okay? You either have the Speed Logics or the AAD Performance harness bar. Don't need to get into that whole conversation. That's a whole other conversation. But anyways, those are the 2 companies that offer them for sale. They're about $800 for a harness bar, which provides no safety features. It is just that. It's just a harness bar somewhere to attach your harnesses. So, or you can go up a level to the RPM roll bar, which is a 6-point cage. I would obviously opt for the chromoly rather than the mild steel. If you go mild steel for the 6-point, it's $1,500 bucks. If you go chromoly, you're looking at another $1,000, but there's a 30-pound difference. So $1,000 bucks for 30 pounds. You tell me if it's worth it. Because you got to think, when you start getting into weight savings, we had this conversation with Joseph the other day. If you're getting more than 10 pounds per $1,000 bucks, you're honestly not doing too bad. So that's kind of the rule of thumb when you start getting down to losing weight as best as you can without gutting the car. Now, you could gut the car very inexpensively, but I don't want to start cutting stuff up. I'm trying to make it still look good and look clean because I do like taking it out, taking it to car shows. It's still going to have air conditioning. It's just not going to have heated and cooled seats. It'll still have a heated steering wheel. Not that I'll probably be driving in the winter anyways, but it'll still have all those amenities. A lot of cars still don't even come with heated and cooled seats. So for me, not a big deal. Plus, like I said earlier, I don't drive it that much anyways. But I think I am leaning towards the RPM roll bar because there's just no point in spending $800 on a harness bar when it does nothing for safety. So when I run a 9, I'll get kicked out, whereas the RPM roll bar will keep me certified to like a mid to high 9s. Now, when you start going faster than that, you need to add their 8-point, which is an extra $1,500. But at least, you know, it does kind of sound expensive when you start adding them up, but you can't really put a price on safety. And when you're at the track and you get kicked out, if you want to run again, you have to have those things. So I am leaning towards the RPM roll bar. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. So once I get the Kirkeys in, I'll probably honestly still be using the stock seat belts because they're not attached to the seat. They're actually right here. So I'll probably use the stock seat belts for the meantime. I'll just have to put the little clip-in part somewhere on the Kirkey or mount it somewhere against the center console. I don't know yet for sure, but that's kind of the plan right now. I may pull the trigger on the RPM roll bar, but it's still 4 to 6 weeks out. I was talking to the guy, Rob, over there, so it's still 4 to 6 weeks out anyways. But those are really my options right now and kind of where I'm stuck at. But I can't put the seats in yet anyways because I don't have the brackets. So not going to deal with it just quite yet. Today is Friday. You guys will probably see this today. We are going to the track tonight. However, it is supposed to be 106 degrees today. It's not going to drop to 90 degrees until 10 o'clock. The track usually closes on test and tune around 11. So we're still looking at 6,500 to 7,000 DA, which is insane. It's insane. But the good thing is we can at least go out and test the new 15 setup that Kevin and I got. Still work on our 60 foots, things like that, and see what we run. Obviously with the high DA kind of sucks. The track is open tomorrow also, and that's kind of the better time to go because they have bracket racing, so they typically prep the track a little better. Plus, you don't have all the street tires dragging in a bunch of shit that drag radials and slicks wouldn't drag onto the track, whereas street tires, they drag a bunch of stuff onto the track, which makes it not as sticky. So that's the good thing. So we'll probably run tomorrow as well. Same thing tomorrow. We're still in like the 104, 105 degree weather. But they stay open a little later on Saturdays. So we're hoping if we wait till maybe midnight, right towards the end, we'll at least be in the 5,000s. Now it's not a huge difference, but 5,900 is a lot better than 6,800 or 7,000, which will be pretty much what tonight is. So that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you guys always comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at VanV39. Let me know if you guys like the Kirkeys or not. I think they're really cool. I know they're not the most comfortable thing. I know some people watching this are going to say you're a fucking idiot for removing these nice-ass leather seats out of your Hellcat. But that's the route that I want to go, and I don't drive the car all the time, and you don't pay for it. I pay for it. So is what it is. You enjoy your car. I'll enjoy mine. And when my back hurts, I'll be saying, you told me so. Which this is really towards Joseph because he's really wants me to say that. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one.